So, Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, before I go into today's little chit chat, I want to tell you that rocks thrown at the messenger don't rewrite the message. When anonymous voices rush to attack the speaker, they often reveal the truth struck a nerve. So spare the aim for the one who delivered it. Test the words instead. A message stands or falls on its merit, not the name that carried it. So don't bash the messenger of any message. Look at the message, turn it upside down, do some introspection, repent if you have to repent, ask for forgiveness, or provide information to counteract what is being said. Don't attack the messenger. So folks, we know the budget speech was read yesterday. On a point of correction or just general information. To my friend and others who ask, why isn't the tax 10% flattening of the tax rate immediately implemented, or at least implemented from September? As a former tax officer, and I must say, not to blow my trumpet, a very good one. I took that job very seriously. Any job I go in, I take it very seriously. Yeah. Folks, I have my time, and when I get to work, it's a totally different ballgame. I leave that person in the vehicle, and I get to work, whether Inland Revenue or the National Bank of Dominica, and I do my job to the best of my ability. So the tax rate cannot be immediately implemented because there are consequences for doing that. We would have been operating under one system, the 15, 25, and 35% tax rates. To go and do any adjustments to that during the year is a recipe for confusion, refunds, and whatnot. And honestly, I mean, we have to help build our country. So I welcome the initiative from January 2027. It makes a lot more sense, both in terms of rollout, management. And my friends at the Inland Revenue must be clapping right now because they are saying that, yes, that man hasn't forgotten his vibes. But once a tax officer, always a tax officer. And I always believe in rendering to Caesar what is due to Caesar. That is how we will build our country. And everybody must be held accountable for any unpaid taxes, whether VAT, corporate, or otherwise. It's nothing about who you know and who know you. Okay, folks? In another matter, as we move along, Mr. Lennox Linton is celebrating I would say, a major victory at the courts. Lennox Linton would have challenged the Attorney General on the non-appointment of the leader of the opposition. As you know, it was it 2024 or 2025, somewhere around. There was a vacancy in the position of leader of the opposition, and for 18 months the state was without a leader of the opposition. I had my own views on that, but I'm not trained legally. So I just give my views, from a layman perspective. Coincidentally, the court have agreed to that perspective. But we will look at section 66 of the Constitution. And section 66 of the Constitution deals with the leader of the opposition. And 66(1) says, there shall be a leader of the opposition who shall be appointed by the president. Scott and clear. Section 66(2), because you have to make provision for if it is not as simple to apply as section 66(1). And 66(2) says, whenever there is occasion for the appointment of a leader of the opposition, the president shall appoint the elected member of the House who appears to him or her most likely to command the support of the majority of elected members of the House who do not support the government. That is very easy. Or, if no elected member of the House appears to him or her to command such support, the elected member of the House who appears to him to command the support of the largest single group of members of the House who do not support the government, then that is who must be appointed as the leader of the opposition. In other words, the Constitution is saying under no circumstances must the country operate without the leader of the opposition. It's an important office, certain decision, it allows for consultation and whatnot. And in that case, like it was my view and my thought, the single largest group of members outside of the elected ones who do not support the government is clearly the senators who were appointed by the opposition. They are the next single largest group that do not support. So, the judge heard the presentation of Justice Zainab Jawara Alami on August 4th, 2026. And that will set the precedence for other similar cases to come. Okay, it's nothing to rejoice on when the court is tested and the court brings out a verdict. We learn from it and we move on, and we are better prepared for the future. Okay, folks? Now, before I leave, I just want to assist with what I see going wrong. A missing person. That is now a man named Marshall Defoe. Marshall, your family in Houston, Texas has been trying to reach you and hope you are well. When you have a moment, would you kindly call or text the following number: 225-6826. We would greatly appreciate hearing from you, and we have been concerned and simply want to know that you are well. Thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you, your family in Houston, Texas. Marshall, I pray to the good Lord that you are alive. I pray that you are hearing this message. I pray that whatever issue you may be going through or whatever may have prompted you to be missing, or if it was deliberate or otherwise, that you reach out to your family to at least let them know that I am okay. Okay? At least do that. Alright? And as we're on the topic of missing persons, there continues to be call for the missing 16-year-old Jebiah Paul from the north. If you have any information on her whereabouts or any information about her missing, kindly call 767-276-4052 or of course Crime Stoppers. Okay? Jebiah Paul has been missing for some time, and if you have any information that can assist in her recovery, do not hold it to yourself. If you get a little sipsia, you get a little bear for some information, please share the information. Alright? Have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen.